And greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. I am Monster to Mermaid, and this is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and a bunch of other mods. We got a bunch of mods. And I am standing in the gold mining town of Rosa Ouro. And it's interesting about Rosa Ouro being a gold mining town. I'm going to change my view. It really did start out. Oi, Mr. Villager! Perfect. Perfect. Obrigado, sim. We are very well. We are very well. This morning when I was on Twitch, I was saying that we were still waiting for some information in order to make a decision, and that information came through and it was excellent. So we are fine. We actually do not have to make a decision. So it's really, really great that we don't have to make the decision that we thought we might have to make at this particular time, and we don't have to make it. So we're very happy about that. Voci. So I want to say che because you say che with some of yours, but that's not where. Você is you. So I'm saying você in Portuguese, and you? Como está você? And let me go check something for a minute. And I'm going to, if Keanu and Omar are waiting for something, I'm actually going to do something about it. See all these roofs? They're all full of moss. They can't be. We're in the desert. So we actually are going to have to take the moss off of all of those roofs. But we'll look at that a little bit later. Right now, I'm checking to see. He's not asking for anything. He's not doing anything. Hold on a second. Why isn't Keanu doing anything? You're good. Just using the last vacation days for drawing. Oh, that's wonderful. To the bem. That is good. That's good. That is really good. Why isn't he working on this? Hold on. Let's see why. Because he did work on this. This is a level 2. We're going to have Keanu bring this up to a level 3. Keanu is upgrading the restaurant, Ila's restaurant, and that will allow her to have an actual partner chef if it gets upgraded. So that's what we're looking at. In the meantime, Omar was working on this, and he still is. There's still construction tape around the warehouse, and we're waiting for the warehouse to be done so that we can connect it to the rest of the town. Actually, what are you waiting for?
What will it be for
Let's see. Let's cancel all of this. Cancel it all so that he has to ask for it in this time, in the time that we're in right now, this stream. And then Keanu is starting a new project, so he's going to ask for materials and collect them. Lindsay actually just started a new project. Lindsay is going to work on. Do you see what I see? I don't see any construction tape here. Did she actually finish? Hold on. That would be quite wild. But let me look and see if she actually finished working on this. Let's come up here. No, there. Yes, this is a level 3, and it was not. So we're going to have Lindsay work on the level 4 of this. We're going to begin to bring a lot of the buildings up to level 4 to match some of the buildings that are already. Look, it's our turtle. Look, it's our turtle. Hello. I don't want to name the turtle because then it won't go away, and it's all by itself. So I want it to be able to go and find a mate and have eggs and do the normal things that turtles do. And so far that is just a lone turtle there. We are going to take this down. There's nothing holding it up except magic. And we're going to take that down for a minute. Okay. Drawing. Drawing's great. What do you like to use? Are you using charcoal? Are you using pencil? Are you using, what else can you use? Are you using markers or ink to draw with, or pen? All different kinds of ways of drawing. And look what we've got here. This is Hira, not Kira, Hira. And Hira is going to get something. Hira is working on the new piece of the university. There are 2 pieces of the university that are going up. Hira is working on the, I don't know what you'd call it. I think you'd call it earth sciences. I think that's what it is. You're not a guy of colors, only black and white. Okay, I understand. I understand. Are you doing it digital, or are you doing it with paper, or some kind of paper and some kind of pen or some kind of pencil? What you doing? Oh, I see it. She actually is taking down block in this area right here. This is the Astro Classic paper. Okay, cool. That's fun. This is the astronomical, I think it's astronomy. Yes, astronomical science. The astronomical part of the university is going up right here, and the earth sciences part of the university is going in the ground right there. And the original university building that we were using at the beginning for research is now the hospital administration building. And Gorman is still there. Gorman and Micah are still there as hospital administrators right now. But they might come over and work at the new universities once they're done. However, right now, there it is, Rosa Ouro Hospital Administration. It is nighttime and quite dark. Let's see, and the hospital door is open. Let's see what we want to do. Yeah, I heard that. What is that? That looks like Santana going home. Who is that going home? That didn't, I wasn't sure who that was. Who lives here? Daisy and Santana. Oh, and Simeon. Santana and Daisy's son, Simeon, is here. And Simeon is still in school. He should still be at university. He doesn't have a job yet. Ooh, look what we found. We found a nest. Let's pick that up. And ooh, a quarter of a moon. Excellent. So I could begin doing some things, but I think I'm going to go to the Town Hall Ambassador Suite and go to sleep so that everyone gets back up in the daytime and continues work. And I'll show you what we worked on earlier today. So here is the Ambassador's Suite right here. And this is only a level 4 of this town hall. We're still waiting for all the other buildings to catch up before we do the level 5. And we don't have a mystic site at a level 3 yet. And we need definitely to have that. Those are some of the things that are really important that we want to have done. So this morning on Twitch, on my Twitch stream, I actually looked at the work that was being done, and most of it is focused on getting the university, both university buildings up, especially since this is now the hospital administration is in a separate building from the hospital itself. And this is the hospital library here. And then up here we have the mineral springs. These are hot springs that are part of the hospital's health and wellness center. So this is sort of their health and wellness center up here. And Lissa is running the center, and Marmaduke is running the hospital. This is only a 4, which is why we still have these crowns on the buildings. When the buildings are done, I'll have to see. I think I've mentioned that I might take the crowns off of the Caledonian Hospital here and look back on that. Back to ancient times. So we were looking at that. We noticed something too, that Nathaniel this morning was still a kid. I'm not sure that he is now, but we can come here and check. I believe Fried Swidey is now by herself. Yes, she is. There are no more kids, which means that Nathaniel's not in school. Nathaniel hasn't started university yet. Why don't we start him here at the university here with Rocco, and then we'll see what we want to do a little bit later. Rocco might be restless. Rocco's actually a druid. You can see the numbers. And he might be restless of being a teacher. We'll see if he wants to go out and actually be a druid. But for right now, he's got students and managed workers. And now Chloe and Nathaniel, Fried Swidey's 2 youngest, are going to be hired here. Hold on a sec. That's unexpected. Let me think for a second. Hold on. Well, that's no fun. My throat is going to act up. Sorry about that. We were also under a little tiny bit of stress before we found out the information, and I think my system is backfiring on that. Let me just come up here. Another thing that we did was, since Keanu finished working on this, that we actually have Keanu working on the restaurant. So Keanu has done 2 of the buildings down here. These are buildings, which is interesting. He's finished this building, but he hasn't finished his own house. His own house is only at level 3, and that's level 5 right there. So we might have Keanu work on his building after he and Omar finish some work that needs to be done on the waterfront. So far, Omar is working on the warehouse, and is it done? It is not done yet, so he's still waiting for pieces. The restaurant Keanu is working on, and then after that, we actually still need this guard tower to be done, and there are no docks yet. We don't have any docks, so we're waiting for this to be done so that we can open up this wall. This wall was actually closed in by the part of, I'll show you. Mixasa, salut Mixasa, comment vas-tu? This end of the tunnel was closed in when he started building, Omar started building the warehouse. So you see that dirt on at the bottom there. So we're waiting for him to be finished, and then we can remove that dirt and connect the warehouse to this tunnel, and then connect the tunnel to something right here. C'est bon, très bien, très bien. Absolutely. We got the information that we needed, and yay, it was good. Yay. Everything is fine, everything is good, and yeah, so we it's a good thing. I'm afraid I can't really talk about it because it's not one of those things that we can talk about right now. Maybe in a couple years we'll talk about it, but not right this minute, and I apologize for that, but it is all good, and that is really wonderful. So remember this stone right here? This stone is to mark the fact that anything that we put in this location underneath this greenhouse has to fit underneath these 2 stones, because that's how far down the greenhouse goes, and we don't want to disturb the water sources that are underneath the greenhouse. There's all the pipes and everything for the farm. So we do need something here, and since this is down at this level and this level is 71, this gives us a fair amount of room under this set of blocks here to put some kind of building that is the receiving end of what's going on here. So the receiving end, très bien, très bien. The receiving end of whatever is going to be shipped out at the Wide River waterfront. So the town, the 2 rivers, I think you might find in some of the past streams, some of the earlier streams, that these, both the Narrows and the Wide, have actual names, but we are just, the townspeople just call them the Narrows and the Wide. And so we're just waiting for the completion, and then we'll begin to we'll begin to make a waterfront that river runners can pull up to. And that's the thing that happens next. we have this restaurant here and it's good. We have some housing here. We couldn't put in a tavern, and we knew that. There isn't a hotel, and we do need a guard, and we have two. There's one there, and there's a tower right here, and there's nobody in either of those towers. Now, Jackson has expressed that he would like to move from this tower right here to the waterfront tower. So when this waterfront tower is a little higher up, we will it will be Jackson's. Jackson is using this balloon right now, and the balloon, what level is the balloon? I think the balloon is a 3 or a 2. Let me see, it's a 2. So we'll try and get Jackson, since he is first guardian, we'll try and get Jackson into something of a higher level as far as his guardian stations are concerned. So Lindsay is working on a guardian station on the other side of the hill, and we're going to have to add another guardian to this side of the Narrows. Right now we have no one in this guardian station. Chalia is actually, Elvira decided that Chalia, I think she did, let's check and see. She might have decided that Elvira is ready. Chalia is ready. Elvira is a druid. This is actually, hi, Elvira. You're going to come up with me? Okay. Let's see who's here. And no. So she's saying no, that Chalia is not ready yet. Okay, and that's fine. So they're waiting. Chalia is one of the kids, and they're waiting for her to be a little bit more skilled, and that might happen. Let me see, who is that? Hi, Adamanta. That's Adamanta. I know it's dark, but that's Adamanta. And so I might concentrate, there's Chalia. I might concentrate on Lila after she gets done with the, I think she's working on the, yeah, she is. She's still working on this. So we're going to check in the morning and see what's going on, what she needs that she hasn't gotten yet. And I think I might have to cancel the stuff she's asking for. I'm walking into my dark saloon apartment, and I'm going to go to sleep here tonight. And yes, so Mixessa, I was showing Mr. Villager and everyone all the things that we did this morning in regards to town. And one of the things that we were looking at, let me go to Lila for a minute. I want to find something out here. What is going on? Lila, what is it? Hi. Yes, I know. What are you asking for? Cancel. Someone has calcite because someone else needed the calcite. So I think Chloe already has some calcite, but we'll see what happens. Trenton is not here. By the way, would you like to see what Trenton is doing? This is Trenton's mine, and this was the one that where we had a couple of mines meeting together, and all of that has gotten straightened out. And he is mining all the way down to the bedrock. So we can see that all of these levels are available for mining, but he's not mining them. There we go. He's mining that level. And I think that's the only one right now that he is working on, is that one. And yep, we are going all the way to the bedrock. And this is bedrock right here, as you can see. And so I don't think he's going any farther than that. So, oh, and there he is. There's Trenton right now. Let me look for a second. Let's come out. Let's come up for a minute. I want to see if I can get a reading on how much work is being done. Digging out. There it is. Oh, we're growing mushrooms. Look at this. Cool. This is 17. I'm trying to see from the map. There it goes. And there it goes. Wow. Look at this. Let me do it this way. I'll hold the light. Whoa. It's always cool when we do these. So now we can find out where our slate is coming from. And this is really complex. So yeah, so he has completely dug out this level and is actually getting a lot out of the mine, I think. And I might need the map in order to find my way out. I might need the map. We'll see in a minute. Nah, wow. That's interesting. Let's look here. And so yes, and look at that. He's planting some mushrooms. How is that even possible? That is pretty wild. Look there. There is some proof of the crisscross. So there was another mine, and you're seeing some evidence of a crisscross of the mines. There is a place there. I don't think this is... Yeah, look at this. Where am I? This is a different mine. See, it's been closed up. And that was when we had the mines all together now. And I think we're going to close that so that he doesn't fall in. And we'll do that. And yeah, so that is what Trenton is working on. And we're going all the way up to the top. And here we are. And then we're going out right here. And here we are. Now this is the mine that slowly but surely we're taking back the stone that's in this area and making it into spruce, because I love archaeology in spruce. So we're going to do that. Lila, what's going on? So now she's waiting on a single calcite. I'm tempted to go get it for her. I think we have some calcite, and that's what I want to check for a minute. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, if I cough too much, I'm going to have to go for the chocolate. I really am. Let's come here. Let's see the calcite. Ooh, there isn't any here. Oh, now that's interesting. Let's go down to the other warehouse. We have the two other warehouses. We're going to follow the arrows around to the other warehouse here, down the hall, and let's see if there's any calcite in this warehouse. That's sort of like a backup warehouse there. And there is not. Wow. Well, here's a problem, Houston. Here's where the problem is of why she isn't done yet. Let's go out. Let's go to, while we're still on this side, let's go to Chloe. Chloe is our mechanic. And the mechanic, I believe, has been hoarding some calcite. And we're going to come down here and see. And if she does have some, I'm going to ask the couriers to come pick it up. Let's look and see what she's got. And sure enough, 127. So let's come here. Let's request to pick up. What are you making? I think she just made lanterns. I think she did. I think she did. She only needs one piece of calcite, it looked like. Isn't that what it looks like? I'm going to give her 10 just in case. That's more than 10. That's definitely more than 10. What's that? Chiseled quartz and more calcite. She's got a bunch of quartz. Does she know how to make quartz block? Crafting. Let's look for a second. Do you see any quartz block? I didn't see that. Oh, there it is. Okay. She does know how to make a block of quartz. Good. But why should she need calcite? Need it? She makes something that has calcite in it. Let me see what it was. Was it a custom recipe? Let's look. Yeah. Wait, these aren't customs. These are customs. Let me see the custom. There it is. Calcite. No, that's quartz. I thought she had a calcite recipe.
That was the best potato ever.
There it is. That's calcite on top of gilded blackstone. And so that's what she's using the calcite for. And she is making that. She does have the gilded blackstone. I think also the Alexia, our new stonemason, she can make that. She can also make that. So we'll see in just a moment. Do I have any calcite on me? I have 11. Let me take it to her and see if she already got it. If she's not here, that means she got it already. But she is here. So I'm going to put it in here. Actually, I should give it to her. And let's put it in her inventory. And there she has it. And sure enough, she acknowledges that she has it. She does need rail and she needs lantern. And Chloe can make rail, right? We saw rail on that list, didn't we? We had to have seen rail. We had to have. But I'm going to check for a second. Just to make sure. Let's look at regular recipes. I see gates. I see. Then there they are. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. All right. So while they are all working on that, I just happened to notice that Isabella's restaurant, Lindsay finished it, and it is a level 5, which means that we can make permanent changes, permanent modifications to the design, which help it fit into our town. So this is where we started. We started with the porch, and we put in special benches and tables. We put in different tables because this would allow us to put things on the tables, and it's also modded, so they look like tables. They had pillars there in vanilla, and the pillars are really beautiful. In vanilla as tables, the pillars are great, and when there weren't tables, we use pillars a lot, even when there were tables. I love these tables, and we chose these chairs to go along on the inside because they're the color that the wool stairs were, and so we're not changing anything that much by having these. Now in the employees only area right here, we put on a different door for right now. They have storage back here in this section right here, and so that is what's going on. And it's actually kind of cool having this. We could put some cabinetry back, but I don't think so. Those are shingles, so we can't. Those are shingles, so we can't take those away, and they have all sorts of food and stuff stored in that section. And then the outside, the patio, is right there. Oh, look, there's the balloon. There's one of the courier balloons out the window. So now we were just about to go downstairs and begin working on the downstairs. So the downstairs patio is underneath. So this is really nice. So they have indoor tables, but I don't know that we're going to do indoor chairs. I think we're still going to do benches because it is possible for these chairs to get wet, and so we don't want them to get moldy or something like that. They're much more comfortable if they're benches that can stand up to weather, and so that is what we're doing right now. So there is the tables outside, and yes, and we put in glass for the entrance. And in this area, we're going to use these chairs as the chairs at the table. And we're going to probably put some candlelight on some of these tables. So there's a table here, and let's go ahead and put something there. Now they're using this right here, and I'm not sure I understand why. When we can make deep slate panel, trapdoor pieces for them to use, and it should actually go up the other way. And so let's take this away for a minute. That's one of the kitchen furnaces right there. Is there? No, there sure isn't. Let's look at something. Does she not have any slab? She does not. Ooh, is he not growing birch? We'll have to check. We will have to check and see what's going on with the birch. Now, there were some pots sitting here, and I wanted to remind myself that I was removing this area, but this area was meant to be a stove area. So we're going to remove these right here. We're going to put this in, and I'm going to put in a couple of stove pieces. Well, I can't. I forgot this is a restaurant, so I can't move these. But I can move these, and I'm going to take these away for right now. I would like to have something else in these locations. This is a level 5, so anything I take out is going to be okay. I want something on the oh, and this is the other thing that I wanted to do right here. And what we'll probably do with this is put brick in front of it. If they want it to be brick right there, which we can do, we'll put brick in front of that. There's a line right across there. Let's take that line And let's go here for a moment. I don't think I need those for just a second. Let's go to cabinets, CABIN. We have a ton, but what we want is a full block cabinet. And since there are some stone cabinets that we could use, and so here's an interesting thing, what we like to do. The wood is stripped dark oak. That's what it says. It's stripped dark oak and dark oak wood and brick. And the floors are brick. And that looks like andesite there. All right, so let's look at cabinets again. N, CABIN. By the way, Mr. Villager, that music was really beautiful. It was, and it was very fun to listen to. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Mr. Villager sent me some music on Discord, and it was really fun. And let me look here. So what would we like to do? There is black stone. I don't know whether it's going to look interesting enough. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I think we're going to have to use dark oak. BIN. These are stripped dark oak. Why don't we start with stripped dark oak cabinets? So that would be here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think that there's nothing that can be done with those. They are automatically facing this way. Let's see what it looks like on this side. So then that looks like that. So it was brick here. It has that little ventilation place there. If they want it to be brick, that's easy enough. Let's get an architect's cutter right here. Let's get, I don't even have to make it. These are brick panels right here on the chimney. So we can take these brick panels and put here, and that will mimic what was there already. And that works very nicely. So this is the pass-through, the kitchen pass-through right here. And I don't think we need these for a moment. Oh, that's what I needed the architect cutter for. What is this? Deep slate? This is polished deep slate? Yes, it is. So let's do an architect. Let's do polished. Let's do deep slate. And there it is. And let's get a couple just in case it needs more than one. And let's put it here. And let's find trapdoors. There they are. And let's find a solid trapdoor. That's that. And let's put this in, and that gives us this. Now, usually in a bar or in a place, they raise up. They don't go down. So let me see if we can do that. I don't know that there's any way. Yeah, the only way to do it is to have it be there. And that's why they don't have it like that. However, let's put this here and just have it come down like that. So if it's nighttime and they don't want anyone coming through, like the service and stuff, they can put that there, or they can put it down and it will look like that. Perfect. All right. And that takes care of this part of the restaurant. And now back to the kitchen. So these are the kitchen counters that are in the kitchen already. And these are nice. We could see they're already under chimney. This chimney is there for these stoves, and that's wonderful. If we wanted to put something in, okay, let's look for a smoker. Let's do one other thing that we can look at. Let's go to fantasy and look at some of their kitchens, stoves, and are they going to be easier to find in kitchenware? Let's look at stoves and see them from there. Oven. There we are. So here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. And I'm gonna have to put some of these things away. Let's put this here. Let's go back to oven. And I think this. So I think we have all of them. I'm not gonna use the bone oven. We don't need any stove tops unless it's a stove top like this stove top right here. I definitely like that. I like the way that looks. So we could do that, or we could put in the pizza oven here. So there's two types. There's the bone wither oven that looks like that, or there's the one that really sort of looks like a pizza oven, this one right there. And I think I like that the best. Yeah, I think I like that the best of those. And then here, since we have all of those stoves there, we definitely need some sinks. And this is going to be interesting because most of the sinks are made to be against a wall, and we don't have a wall for them. There isn't a wall in here for sinks. We could, nope, see, all the walls where we could put a sink have racks on them, and those racks are needed. However, right here we could actually put a sink in. So let's go to sinks next. And let's see, we could either use cooking for blockheads. We could use a stripped dark oak black. Stripped. There it is. Or we could use the stripped, let me see what I'm looking at. Buster Adventure. You eat nuclear bombs for breakfast. Wow. Pretty fascinating. What was that creature in Futurama who actually did? So you're saying you're a creature like that. That's pretty interesting. How are you, Buster? It's nice to see you. Let's look and see what this looks like. We could have that. Or we could have this. Let's see which one. I'm not sure. She likes it. Isn't that interesting? She went right to that sink. And I don't know that I want a sink right here, right in this walkway. We can still get around here, but if we put something there, we would lose it. I think we're going to have that double sink as the only sink in here, unless we want to put another sink. There's sinks that don't have anything on them. And this is Hellbark. This is pretty dark. Let's look at the dark oak just to see. And let's see what it would look like if we put down one of these right here. I actually kind of like having the sink that doesn't have anything on it right here. Is it only going to face one way? That's what it looks like it's doing. Okay, that looks like it's facing, that both ways are equal. Why don't we put that in? And let's look. And do you watch One Piece? One Piece? I'm not familiar with that. actually. Let's see, can we put another piece of white concrete against this? We would need something on top. Let's get a leaf. Leaves. Let's get one of these. And let's put it here and here so that we can get down. Bonk. And right here, let's put that right there. That works. And what is on this floor? Just brick? I think that kind of brick. Okay, let's take these down. And now this is fixed for here. This is on the inside of this. And it looks like it should be something that should open up. These don't open. But we have ones that do because we are modded. And let's see about putting a window here. It's an anime. It's an anime, and I'm sure that my fairy godchild, my niece, she would probably know a lot about it. She loves anime, and she would probably know a lot about it. Let me look here.
Great to see you.
Windows, INDO. These windows open. These are Macaw's windows, and they open up. Let's try the dark oak. Let's try this window, and let's try this window here. Resizable? That's interesting. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to take one of these just so that I have it, and I'm going to pull this out. Let's put in this window here, and let's put in this window here. Whoops. And now I think if I don't have anything in my hand, we can see that that opens that way. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I think it would be better if it opened the other way. Let's try putting it in and having it open this way so that they could hand something to each other if they wanted to. And that works for that. They're not going to hand something. Oh, look. Nathaniel's sitting and eating. And so that was one of the things. Would they use the seats, the modified seats? And obviously they do. He was actually, wait, did you just stand up, or were you sitting before, or were you just standing there eating? Now I don't know. I don't know. But they can use the furniture. They definitely can. And one way that we can make sure that they can, hold on for a sec, is to actually come in here and let's go to the hut block and look at the tag tool. And I have a tag tool. Let me see where it is. Right here. This is a tag tool, so I'm going to shift and touch the hut block, and there's work tools, so they'll stand there and work. There are sit tools there. Let's put this up in the air for a minute. We're looking at sits, and we've got lots of sits out here, so I don't want to touch anything because I don't want to put a sit there. And so we're just seeing that they are able to sit at all of these chairs. Let's go upstairs for a second. Aha, look at this. I don't see any sits up here. I don't. So we could have maybe, whoops, that didn't work. Hold on for a second. Let me get out of the seat. And let me see if this will work. Can we do this? Yes, we can. So we could have someone sit here and here. We could have someone sit here and we could have 2 people sit here. And there should be, you see that right there? Why are there sits there? Hold on for a second. That's showing that there's sits right at that spot. There shouldn't be any sits here. Let's come up here and look at this for a second. Why can't I look at it? What am I doing wrong? Let me see. Because they shouldn't be there. So let me see if I can... Oh, now I've got another sit in the wrong place. Okay. Let's go down to the hut block for a minute and see why I can't redo that. Hold on for a second. So let us come here, let us shift and look at this. Save anchor tile entity, loaded existing tag list. And then let's come up here, and I am not, there's something that I'm not doing. Grrr. All right, let's go out. What is it that I'm not doing? Do I need to shift and do it? Let's see. Let's see, shift, yes, that's what it is. So the work ones we want, the sit ones we want. See that sit one right there? Let's make that one go away. The work ones are good. This sit one right here, make it go away. These 2 sits can go away. That one and that one. Ground level is fine. That sit is not good there. And we've got a couple of sits. I don't know where that sit is, so we'll take away those just for the ones that we recognize as sits, and there we did it. Okay, good. And close. And let's put this away now. So we're going to put this up here. And that guarantees that the places that they sit are actual seats and that they will use the seats. So this is good. It's nighttime. It's 10 o'clock at night. We still have some work. For instance, here's another roof, and all of these roofs that have that we're going to trade out for other materials, and we'll begin to start doing that next. Now that the restaurant is done, yay! So here it is. So you come and you can sit outside and have someone, there's Chalia, and or you can have a group sitting at the long table outside, which is really nice. And it's underneath. It's the lush savanna, so the weather is always pretty good unless it's raining. And even for that area, it has a perfect roof over top of it. So this is a wonderful place to eat. And this is Isabella's downtown restaurant. And Isabella is the main chef. It's her restaurant. And Nakiasha is her partner chef. And this worked good. Having these cabinets here is good for that top. And for the first time ever, I don't actually mind these end rods being here as lights. It sort of makes it look like a bar, and I actually kind of like that. And if we wanted to, because it looks like a bar, let's see what we want to put here. We can either put glasses. Let's go to Fantasy, because Fantasy has all this wonderful ware. And we could put glasses there. Now the withered bone chalices are really big. I think the Venthier are the smaller ones. And I believe that there's another set of small chalices. Let me see. And we can look for those for just a moment. Those are the Vinther, and I'm not sure I see any others right now. What about, I think the Royals are two, what they look like the same size. Let's see what the Vinther look like. Let's put, these are perfect. We'll put those there. So there are some wine glasses there. We could put bottles or something if there are any. And that's something that we can look at for a moment. I think the bone chalices are the ones, let's see for a moment, are the ones that are pretty big. But let me see if that is true. Let's go into the other room for a minute and let's look. No, they're not bad. Those aren't bad. They're a little big in comparison to these. Yeah, those have a tendency to be better size. But what I need is bottles. But I don't think that there are any. No, there are not. There are potion bottles, but they look like either lotions or creams or, ooh, see, they look like that. That looks like something, well, maybe it would be here as something. We could put a couple of them there, like that. And that's actually okay. And Zaf! Kiasu! Kiasu, Zaf! Pussy say, how are you? Let me see where, uh-oh. I have made an error, a critical error. I think I do not have anything remotely close at hand to drink. Now, normally I don't drink anything while I'm doing this because my throat doesn't usually like it. But I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. All right, so do we have any pots and pans that we can put on top of these steaming stoves? And we might. The cauldron is too big. How am I? Oh, no. Mr. Villager is asking Zaf how Zaf is. How are you, Zaf? And Posise is how are you? And I need, what do I need? I need a pot. Let's look. There is a pot that is there it is, the cooking pot. I think this is going to be too big, but this is a restaurant, so it might work out okay. Let's do pan and see if that shows us a pan. I don't see one. Let's do skillet. And let's see, SKILL. You're asking all? Yes. I'm good. I'm very good. I am very, very good. And that is, and I'm really happy to say that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's a big pan, but this is a restaurant kitchen, so we're going to say that that pan is good. Can we put this big pot? This is going to be super big, but it's also a restaurant kitchen, and there are some big pots and pans right there. If we want, we could do, and how are you? You are okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That is very good. So we have those two, and then we could put at least one food. So let's go to here, and let's go here, and let us get one of the servings. We could put the tray serving, and we could put one of the foods on, let's do one of these. So we're filling the kitchen up, but let's put a tray service right here. It's not going to work well. It doesn't want to fit right. So we're not going to be able to do that. See how it wants to go across two tables, two tabletops? We would have to put it at a long table. And I don't want to do that right now. Or, oh, we could put it here. Let's see if it will let me. Will it let me put this here? It is not going to let me put it on there, so we can't do that. So we need a double table for that. Let's come to here, and we can put that there as one of the things that is waiting probably to go out or something like that. Can we put anything of these? Aha! So we can put something there, and I think that is good. And that's what we're going to do right now. So I saw something. Let's see what everyone's doing. Ainsley is working on the university. Casey said that he was going to come and pick up. Hira up, and we've got Rain. And Hira's working on the university too. Let's go and look at it for a minute. Let's go and look at what they're working on, especially since it's raining. We can see what is holding up. Oh, you see that? That was a courier. There's Turu. She just left. And he is not asking for anything. And what does he have here? He still needs everything. Wow. Look at all this. I hear you. I hear you. Whoa. Let's go and see if anyone can make any of this stuff that he's still waiting for. That is quite a bit. We can check on that for a moment. And those are part of, he's working on the cliff style warehouse on the Wide River waterfront. And that is what is happening there. Let's come down to Alexia. Hello, Alexia. And let's look and see in the customs. Yes, indeed. Look at all this. So she does know how to make green brick extras. So we can teach her to make these pieces. These are pieces that are needed. That needs oak plank and green brick extra. Let's teach that. And that's different. That one needs cobblestone. And yet it's green brick extra, so that's good. Let's look at the copper. And let's see if she can make these or if Chloe has to make them. She can, and that is spruce wood and oxidized copper. And let's see, spruce wood, oxidized copper. And this one is weathered cut copper and spruce plank. So weathered cut copper and spruce plank, let's teach that one. And then oxidized copper and spruce plank, and let's teach that one. And then spruce plank and oxidized cut copper. So that's 3 different types of copper there. and that's the oxidized, well, 3 different types of copper. Let's go to, and I think that's all. What does she have? She has apple cider. How cool. Let's go to, I don't think there's anything that Sato needs to make for, I'm going to look at Julie. This is Julie right here. The sun is, that is surely dark for a rainstorm, isn't it? That's the kind of rainstorm that looks like it's going to thunder. Let's come here and let's look at custom and let's see if there's anything. Aha! So that's interesting that it didn't show the framed end stone for Alexia to make. Let's see. Let's have her make it. It is dark oak plank and end stone, and she can do that. And we're not going to have her make the other. I don't think. Let's come over. The one person we do have to look at is Chloe, and let's see how many different types of copper that Chloe can make. I'm going to actually walk over. Chloe is upstairs, and so we can go upstairs right here. This is one of the houses, and Chloe's, and there's Juliet coming from some area in here. Juliet is the farmer, if I'm not mistaken. She's the botanical farmer. And here we are. This is Chloe's place. And let's look and see recipes. Let's look. And it's showing the end stone for her too, but I think it's okay. Julie's making it. This is what we need to check on. How many different types of copper can she make? So there's weathered. There's cut copper. Is that cut weathered? Weathered cut. And that I think is just plain copper. And waxed copper. And yeah, and then raw copper. I think that's all the ones, but let's look for a second. Teach recipe and teach copper for a minute. And let's look. So we have block of copper, waxed copper, oxidized copper. I don't think we have that. Oxidized copper. That's looking like I can't make it. Cut oxidized copper. So how do I get oxidized copper? Let's teach her this. Nope. Let's look again. Is that the stonemason? It sure is. Waxed. And that's the mechanic and the stonemason. And what is this? This is saying the stonemason, and that is waxed exposed and weathered, wax weathered. Those are the other ones that are missing. And all of that is actually Alexia. So I think that Chloe is fine for right now. We'll go back down this way to go out. There we go. I love this elevator system. And we'll come to here. We lost our music somehow. I think we have. Let's see if we want to put on this. Let's put this on for a little bit. Yeah, we did lose our music. Okay. And done for you for today. You'll finish another time. Mr. Villager is drawing, is making a drawing, and it sounds very intriguing. 75% done. That's good. It is nighttime and people are going to go home and go to bed. This is the Fletcher. This is the sifter, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. And over here is the crusher. This is Remy, the crusher. Sullivan's the sifter. And Nova is the Fletcher. And Logan is the dye shop owner. And all four of them live around the corner here in this housing right here. And right now in this housing, let's see what we've got. We've got Logan and Remy in this apartment right here. And let's look and see what's happening upstairs. We either have two people in this part of the apartment. Nope. So we have Sullivan here, and that means that Nova is upstairs in the attic apartment. And that is who is in this house right now. And that was Remy and Logan, right? So I think I'm going to remember that for in case someone comes up with kids. Yeah, it's Logan and Remy. Okay. So let me put this here. Just in case we need to combine some people for children. We already know that they like each other. Let's come over here. Let's look at this house right here. We're closer. That looks like Cassidy. Who's Cassidy? I think Cassidy is the last name. Let's see who this is here. Did I take away? Oh, I must have been thinking about taking and doing something. No, I didn't take anything away. I see how this is. And this is that Lila? Yeah, and Turu are there. Let's keep that in mind. Lila and Turu. Although Turu has been having fun with lots of people. So, but right now, we'll see how often she is partnered with Lila at night. It's interesting, no one is here in this room, but in this room we have, I can't tell, I'll have to go up and look. Let's come here, and this is Ayas and Lindsay. Interesting. Ayas and Lindsay. And what do you do in a world where age is not a part of your looks? So no one in this area is going to look their age. And yet Lindsay is definitely from the same generation as Ayas's parents. And we already have an Ayas who is partnered with a friend of his mother's. ASC, I think that's ASV, and ASC, yeah, we got two Ayases at a time, lived here with his parents Aitana and Davis, but from when he was a little boy, he was in love with not only the sheep farm, but the shepherd. He had a crush on the shepherd when he was a kid. And he grew up next to the sheep farm, and loved coming home to the sheep farm every day and playing with the sheep and all of that, and just learning about them from Keela and all. When he went into university, he decided to study husbandry. study raising sheep, and he really enjoyed it. And Keela was helping him with his studies because she has hands-on, of course, experience, which was helping with his research as a university student. And he would talk to her every day, and they got to be very close. And Keela was a little concerned that Etana would not like the relationship, but Etana said to Keela that she knew that her son had been in love with its life from the beginning, and she knew that it was him and not Keela who was initiating the relationship, and that she was fine with that. Davis took a little bit more convincing, but he talked to his son, and his son was fine. And Keela is really happy. Ayaz moved in after he graduated from university. He moved in with Keela, and both of them are running the sheep farm together. And the sheep farm is over top of this poppy field. They are managing the grass and all. And this morning, Ayaz actually welcomed a new little lamb. Unfortunately, that lamb has grown up, but we did have a baby this morning, and that baby's grown for now. We're not having any more. That was an accident of me not turning off breeding. But we only have a number of sheep, just a small number of sheep is enough for getting the wool that we need and keeping track of the poppy fields. And that's what they're doing. So they are here. We can see that Lindsay is working on this guard tower finally, and it's now up to a level 2. She's going to bring it up to the level 3 and then to the level 4. I'm going to try and have the guard towers start going up. We have druid towers that are very low. I think Elvira and Chalia now these are level 2s. And the reason, of course, is when they turn to 3, 4, and 5, they start being stone. And I didn't want, once I do that, I might as well have them go up to 5 so that I can turn them back into wood, because I don't like the wood part. I mean the stone part of arcology. I love the wood aspect of arcology. So here we are. We can see Hera, and Hera is definitely hammering out the stone in this area and getting rid of the sand at the same time. So he is working on this. This is down pretty low. Look at this hill that we're getting. He's going to add some of the stone back, I think. But what he doesn't add back, when this is finished, we will add back to make these ends come out the way they were originally, to make it be a part of the landscape again, and that's what we want. There is going to be a tree on top. I believe it's right here where this is, right here. There's going to be a tree, and that tree is going to look like these up here because it's part of the Badlands. So it's going to be a Jack of the Green of one of those. In the meantime, look at Lindsay. She is taking away the stone in this area, and you can almost see it moving. There it is. She's doing the white level right now. And all those stone pieces that are left don't matter, I imagine. What's interesting is, and we'll go back here, behind the school is actual chambers that used to be the chambers, the royal chambers of this King Mountain. These were skeleton chambers and skeleton housing in this area. Look at that perfect circle coming around like that. That is just so cool. And so they're actually using the old skeleton areas to build the universities and to build the housing. It's going to be interesting for this house especially. Are there going to be ghosts? Because it is absolutely in the ruins, whereas these two houses are above the area where where there were actual ruins of the skeleton kingdom that used to be here. And so those areas are quite interesting. The people who are going to live there are all going to be scientists and people who are interested in proving or disproving whatever could happen to them in a situation like that. And I think that is actually quite cool. Cool. So this house had the mold on it too. Remember, this one had the mold, and so we matched it to the main house. This house had straw on it, and we matched it to the main house. We're going to match these two. I'm not sure. I suppose I could have some with the straw, with the straw on them, on the roofs, but I think probably I'm going to change to shingle, and it's more than likely going to be the gray shingle. We'll use gray shingle on this one here, instead of the mossy shingle that's on there now. But I don't want to, I know I'm talking, and if I was telling a little bit more of a story, maybe I would start doing some kind of work like that, because that's the kind of work to do when I'm having a story. I'm torn. I'm going to have to do the level 4 to get rid of the stone here. And it's fine because it will add the ability to have a bed down here. I think there are 3 beds upstairs. There's actually 3 beds upstairs. What level is this? Yeah, this bed down here, I don't know. I guess that's how it is. One of those beds up there doesn't work. And that's actually the thing. Take a breath. Okay. Yeah, one of the beds doesn't work. And thank you, Zaf. Afgarista. So yeah, I think I'm going to have this brought up to the level 4, but it's not so much for the beds as it is for the roof. I would rather have the shingle, and these houses don't start having a shingle roof until they're level 4. This is level 4 of the beehive, the apiary. Yep. And hi, Daisy. We were just looking at your house. It was all nice and neat, and yes. And they really love this. This, believe it or not, is leftover from Daisy's Frontier apiary. That when the house was built, the apiary was here, and this part of the apiary was left over, and it looked perfect as a deck. And so there's Riley. There's one of our new kids on the block, and she's going over to the new warehouse on the Wide River waterfront. And that's it. That's it for this side. We've kind of seen everything that was going on. And we saw the kids. All the kids are grown, and the last kids started university. The two youngest kids started university. Nathan and Chloe actually came in last, so them being in school last makes complete sense. So let's save and quit to title, and let's go over to Prasino. Prasino. So Prasino is interesting. This morning in Twitch, we had an interesting adventure in Prasino. First of all, when we got there, there was a new house balloon at Guardian's Rock, and who it belongs to, we don't know yet. It just arrived. It was just there one morning. And what Ilberic and Susanna believe, Ilberic is the fire chief, Susanna is the enchanter. There's our new university going up. What they believe is that the druid who came with this balloon is out in the groves looking over the forests and doing some work out there. And so if we see any people in town that we don't recognize, we'll look and see if they might be the druid. This house is not a level 5. This is only a 3, if I'm not mistaken. And so that means that it's not necessarily a level 30, or it could be a level 30 who's not interested in material things. They are druids after all. So it's possible that their interests lie elsewhere. The unfortunate thing that happened this morning was Easton. So you remember Easton. Easton was one of the couriers that was working down in the village. And Easton was actually assigned to this place right here, to this courier shop. And Charlie had the balloon. Remember that orange balloon was parked right here? That was Charlie's balloon. When Charlie had a kid, she gave the balloon to Easton, and Easton had the balloon from then on, and Charlie was working off of this site right here. And then when Charlie, this should not be Charlie, but let me see who this is. This might be Charlie right here. Let me see. It is Charlie returned to balloons. When Charlie's kid grew up, she returned to balloon. I think Easton actually had that new balloon right there as well, but because he had a kid, Charlie took over the balloon and Easton took over this shop. When Charlie had the kid, she used this shop. So they use the shops on the ground, so they're not traveling as much because they want to be home at night with the children, and that actually helps them. Easton was over here making a delivery. He doesn't have a balloon, but his daughter does. His daughter is Patricia, following in her father's footsteps after university, and she has her dad's old balloon, and it's this balloon here. And what I believe happened was that he was standing. Now I've actually extended these pieces to make them 2 pieces, but he was standing right here, and something happened, or he was standing, I think that's the only place, yeah, that's the only place where he could have been standing. And either he lost his footing because he's a courier, they're in a rush, but I believe that he turned and saw his old balloon that his daughter has, and he was looking at it, and one of 2 things happened. He either misstepped or whatever. But he landed here and it killed him. He landed badly, and he was badly injured, and he did not recover from his injury. And Pelagia came to gather his body, and she couldn't revive him. And so what the Undertaker does is, on a war, if this was war, they go out into a war field, and the medics don't have time. Someone lives into the into the graveyard. Yeah, they don't have time to medics don't have time to check everyone. So the Undertaker checks people, and sometimes he'll find people who are still alive, and he is able to revive those people enough that they can then get treatment and recover. And that is what makes the Undertaker very important. The research that you can do, very important, because that gives them a chance to revive people, for them to get out in time. That looks like Royal. No, that's Ilberic. Ilberic, what are you doing? How much do you want to bet Ilberic is going to teleport? Why don't I save him the trouble of teleporting? Why don't we come up here? Although he might be trying out some potion of Susanna's, but I'm going to recall him. There he is. He probably wasn't doing that. He probably was just actually looking at the balloon from down here. And that's what it looks like from where he was standing. And that's pretty wild. Let's look for a minute. Mixasa reminded me of something. We have someone in the graveyard now. Royal's a little ticked now because Pelagia had said that everyone would wait, that the people who hadn't been buried yet would wait for Samhain. He doesn't really want his mother to wait until Samhain. He would like to have his mother. Uh-oh. Do you see that? Does that seem too close? Does that seem too close? Uh-oh. I think we have a conflict, people. I think we do. I think we didn't think we did, but I think we do. That is the alchemist. Let me get a shovel. Let me put this in my hand for a minute. And here, I think we have a conflict. Let's take this away, all here, and let's see what happens. This part seems like the building itself. I don't know, we'll find out. But that dirt being there is unfortunate. Let's come down. Let's see if there's someplace else. I think that's the deepest. No, we've got places here. This is what I think we looked at and knew that there was not a conflict, but that looked like a conflict right there. Let's come down. Ooh. See that right there? I'm not sure about this and this. And I'm not sure. This is a level 3. And I can't tell if those pieces are supposed to be here or not. They maybe are supposed to be here like that. I don't see anything on the other side of them. I don't see anything on the other side of that. So that might be, yeah, that seems like that's okay. All right. Let's come up and let's look. So let's see if we can find where Pelagia buried Easton. I should be able to find it, right? Where Easton is. Let's look and see if we can find a place. I don't see a place here. There's Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. What you doing? Jennifer is one. Are you doing what I think you're doing? Are you getting ready to poof? That looks like she is. Or she might be paying her respects to Easton. The dirt blocks? Yeah. They could be there. Yeah, I think so. I think those are the other ones I wasn't sure about. So, I'll check. I checked on those. And there he is right there. Easton. And let me see if I did have a middle name for him. Usually I do. Let's see, the Prasino people. Let's see what his middle name is. I see. And I'm looking at some names now. Henry. I thought it was Henry. Easton Henry Green. And he arrived long before there was a position for him. And he did some research in the library, allowing Tucker to be able to handle dealing with traders with other towns for materials, and the village didn't have its own at that particular time. That's how long he's been here. Finally, when Tank moved to Guardian's Rock before she passed away, Easton was able to join the couriers taking her place in the village, and that's why he had the tavern courier shop, because that had been Tank's before she went. And so there is in fact the first of the graves in here, and as time goes on we'll actually add memorials for the members of the village who are not with us anymore, but who Pelagia did not collect. Now this is new, this right here. They weren't doing this before. This is Finley and Ilberic underneath the ship. And it's almost as though they're saying they can't find a way up. And they should be able to. There are walkways now. And there's Ryan. And Ilberic did it. So I don't know whether this is a practice for them as firefighters to be able to get themselves, they are druids, to be able to get themselves out of tricky situations where there is fire on the ground and they have to go in and deal with the fire. And so they are using Susanna's transport potions. There's Zaylee, and I didn't see who the other one. Whoop! And here's Rylan, and there's Ilberic. And did she ever come? Did Finley ever make the jump? That's what Ilberic is looking to see, if Finley made the jump or if she chickened out. It's hard to have faith that you're going to be able to do that. There she is. She hasn't made it yet. So Ilberic is still waiting for her to make the jump. So we'll see, like a good teacher. And the rest, Zaylee and who is that? Zaylee and Jaylee are going down. I wonder if they're going down to get her. I wonder if they are. There's Gandolphus. And Gandolphus is here. Thank you, Gandolphus. Gandolphus is looking for his family. Gandolphus's family was moved into that house when in fact Gandolphus actually has a place down here. And this should be where the family is living. I would have to check and see how easy it's going to be for Violetta. And let's look and see how far away they are. If Violetta was here, she would work 29 blocks from here, and her current distance is 13, but 29 is nothing. So she's going to be fine. Mr. Villager, you think you should put a direct connection from the firefighter's station to the walkway? There is one. Hold on for a minute. It would look more natural. Hold on, let me see. Hold on a second. So there's two things going on with the fire balloon, with the firefighter's balloon. They have a place here that goes all the way down, and they use that ladder all the time. And what it sounds like that both McSassa and Mr. Villager are saying is that we should have a plank here for it. Let me see what level this is. This is level 110, and the platform is level 111. There is one of the posts, the light posts here. How would I make that platform work? Where would it come to? It would have to come to a side, like right here, so that it doesn't interfere with the ladder. So they can come up the ladder, or they can go to some place like right here. So this is the rabbit hutch right here. This house is actually, I believe, a level 5. Let me look and see. I'm going to take, wait a second. Let me take this out of my hand for a minute, and let's put it here for a second so that I cannot have that in. And let's look for a minute and see. Sure enough. All right, this is actually good. Since this is a level 5, we have a gun. This is a water nozzle. It's a water gun for putting out fires on this side. But on this side, there isn't anything. So if we were to do something, we could do it right here to this right here, because this is this part right here. Let's look for a second and let's see what we're talking about and what we would use. Let's get leaves for a minute, and let's see what this would look like. Let me get a piece of this walkway panel here, and let's see what this is. Hello. This is actually slab, and that is stair. This is actually slab. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, let's come from here and let's slab out to here. Let's see how this is going to work. I would rather go around this piece right here. Let's see if I can do that. I have to be careful with this because they're going to want to use it practically immediately. Should it come to right here? I want it to come to the walkway. So let's start with the walkway. Let's back out. And let's put the walkway piece right to there. Let's bring the walkway this way first. And that way we don't have a problem with that. And let's see. So right now we've got that. And there we have a plank piece that comes to there. Let's put this back. Oh, there wasn't anything? I don't think there's anything at that location. Oh, on either side, good. But there is something here. So this is too narrow. We'd have so many deaths. we would just have so many deaths. So the question is, what do I want to put on the sides of this? It should be fence. I'm going to have to make it 3 wide in order to have some room for fencing in this section right here. So let's have this come out, and sure enough, and this is what I was afraid of. So whoosh. Yeah. So that's what I don't want to happen. Even if it's just one piece. Let's try this side first for a minute. This side right here. I'm going to put it right to here like this, and that should keep that from happening. See that? Did you see her? And now I need another piece right here. So let me put this here. What's keeping this up? What's holding this up? This part right here. That's what I have to figure out. Let's bring this over and let's put a piece here, and let's put this right here. I know it's going to happen. So that's why I have to have these pieces right here. They will absolutely knock themselves off of these sections. Can they drop from here? They most certainly can. So we're going to have to bring that over to there. Can they get through here? They cannot. Good. All right. Now what? How do I justify what's holding that up? Is it a gangplank? Doesn't it look like it folds out? It almost looks like it folds out or folds back. It actually does. Oh, that's interesting. It does indeed. What could we make it look like this is connected in some kind of way? Right at this point. With maybe what? With what would make it look connected? It actually looks like it folds out, like it's something that is folded up and stands up when the balloon is not here. And I like that. And I think that is interesting, but what can I use here to set as it being attached in some kind of way? Some kind of metal piece or something? Let's think about metal, and let's think about metal on the joist pieces right here. We have to have a full piece right here. We can have a full piece. Ooh, I think that we can use what you call it here. Let's come here. Let's hold on to these for a minute. Let's come to barrels. Let's use the barrel the way Matlam and Mixasa have used it, and let's see if I can get it to work. So what we would be talking about is, I have to be really careful because they're going to walk, but I can do it at least on this part. Nope, it's got to be here, like that. Or it has to be, oh, Houston, we have a problem. I don't think we do. I think I can put a slab on top. Let me see. If I can put a slab on top of that. I can! Yay! All right, that's perfect. So let's take away this piece right here and let's make it look like this is a fold piece right here. I don't know that it's going to look like that. I would have to have this one, I'd have to have them be facing in so that I can't see that on both sides. So I can't see it. There we go. And now how do I get that one in? I would need some place to stand. I think I'm going to need some place to stand. Can I stand here and reach that? Let's see if I can. Can I oh, I can. It just doesn't do me any good. Let's see. Not seeing interesting movies for now. Let's hope for the weekend. That is interesting that there isn't anything. In Sensuous Primus, we're going to go back and look at something. Oh, I know what we were going to go back and look at. Aladdin, because we were doing a puzzle, a New York Times puzzle, and Aladdin's characters were part of the puzzle answer. And I was saying I couldn't remember if I had ever seen the entire thing. I wasn't keen about the people who played the genie. And the genie in either movie. I know everyone loves, what's his name? I'm not going to be able to think of his name. He passed away recently. He was sick and he did not want to experience the type of illness that he had, ruining he couldn't stand what would happen to him. We're not going to be able to do this without doing something underneath. So let's put a cross here for just a minute. Let's put this, and I am going to have to be here for that. Let's put a cross here. Can I reach it? Yes. Put this like this, and now let's see if I can put this right here. Nope, I still have to be here. Let's see if I can put this right here. I can't reach it. Let's come, can I? It is not going to let me. It's not going to let me. Should I just go ahead and make it full right here like this and see what that looks like? Let's see what that looks like. Maybe it just wants it to look like that. All right, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. So that is the mechanism that folds that out. And so because of that, he was saying there were really good songs in Aladdin, and I didn't have the connection to Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast that I had to Little Mermaid for obvious reasons. But I have seen Beauty and the Beast, of course. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite of the lasting fairy tales, but I'm not fond of the movie. So I'm not fond of Disney's movie of it at this time. And so yeah, I have some that I really love. I love both mermaids. I love the live action. I love the Lion King, but I love the animated version of the Lion King. I think it's beautiful, and I love it. And the Broadway version of the Lion King is unbelievably gorgeous. Unbelievably gorgeous. It's like crying gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Let's go over here. And let's come here, and we're going to use the Enchanter Suite, and we're going to go up and go to sleep for a minute, and then we're going to see that new walkway out to the firefighter's balloon in the daylight and see what it looks like. So yeah, so any other movies? Haven't really. It's the time. I've already voted as a member of my union for the SAG Awards, the actors voting for actors. Their program, which is going to be on Netflix, is going to happen at the end of the month. They're going to do their awards, the Screen Actors Guild Awards. And that's the awards that the actors themselves vote on. Vote for members. And I've seen the movies. And what I do is I see the movies that I want to see, that I like. The others that if I didn't get a chance to see them, and you can see all the movies, they make sure that every actor can see every single movie. I just don't have time to see them all. So I vote on the movies that I've seen, on the actors that I know, and their work. And that's the way I like to, I'm voting on it. So if they're in a movie and I saw it and I loved their work in the movie, I will vote for them in that movie. It may not be the best movie, but I loved their work in it, and so I'm voting for them in that. And that's what I want to do. What do you think that Coraline is waiting for? Coraline, you cannot be waiting for an axe, but she is. You know why? I don't think anyone is making a wooden axe anymore, and I totally forgot about the fact that she needs one because she is just starting out, and when they just start out, they need a wooden axe. So let's have Lila make one for her. Let's do a crafting recipe, and let's have Lila make wooden pieces for her. So an axe, and we'll go here. So it'll be fun to see what happens. Let's get some oak wood. No, we're not going to make it out of jungle. We're not in the jungle. It'll be fun to talk about afterwards, but I don't want to talk about it before because the voting is still going on for that. And yeah, but that will be very curious. Nope, we need at least the sticks. And we got it! Yay! Okay, so there's an axe. I don't know that she's going to need anything else. We'll wait and see, but she definitely is going to need that. And so now Lila can make that. What time of day is it? It's 10 o'clock. Let's call Lila. Where are you? What you doing? There you are. Where are you going? There's Pierce. Pierce is one of our guardians, our guardian kids. And I might have to move him to a different shop, but we'll see. He's a level 3. We'll see how it works for him, this level 3. Some can still get up pretty high as druids as they continue to grow, but sometimes the level of their place can keep them down. And see what's happening here? So he's a druid level 3. We might have him go back to school and then come here because that seems pretty low. And for the mountain, it's not good for him. So we'll do that. we may have him once the larger university is ready for students, that he would go back to school there. And that will be good. You're pretty sure the minimum is stone tools now? Okay. Can she make a stone tool? I don't think so. Let's see. Bonka bonka. It looked like she was asking for wood, but the minimum probably is stone. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. I don't think she can make it, but let's see. Stone. Let's do axe. And let's look at a stone axe. And yep, we need a stonemason or a blacksmith. So let's go in town. Let's get the blacksmith to make stone tools. I think I took that away. Just seems weird to you? Yeah. Well, a level 1 building using just wood, because level 1s, you know, at that time, gathering materials, that's probably the easiest for them to get. Let's do stone. Let's look. I'd rather that True actually did it. Let's have True make it. Let's do crafting and let's teach recipe. Can he craft? He can. He can craft this one also. He can also craft a stone one of these. I mean a wooden one of these. But let's do the stone first. And let's come here, crafting, teach recipe, because we already have Lila making that. This is what we need. There we are. And so he'll be able to make that for her for the short amount of time that she needs it. And then of course she'll be back to needing an iron axe in a minute, and that will work. So we'll do that. This is the area where we closed in this part. This had been open the whole time, and we closed it in with glass, and then made this a little seating area for the 4 of them, where they can come down and sit and eat, and also talk. And then these are their different work areas. This is a part actually of the blacksmith, this little section here, but the courier Joey is in this area, and he has his shop here. This is Spellog, and this is Isa, who is our ores smelter, and then Jailcat, who is our stone smelter in this area. And so there, these are all of them. These are now all level 5s, which is why this area is complete. And you may notice that we changed the back of Jailcat's shop to match the other shops. And so I might have explained that the other day. That was one thing that we're looking at. While we're here, just for a moment, let's go and look at the builders, and let's make sure they are not waiting for something to be delivered. Is he finished? Is he here? Hi. Nice to see you. You don't have anything. You're not asking for anything. Are you working? Yeah, he is. So I'm just gonna have to wait. Yeah, what is it that you don't want anything? You don't need anything? You don't want, there it is. Red brick extra. Okay. So we're right here. Let's cut through. We're gonna cut through Joey. This is our other Joey, and this is Joey, our miner. And Joey needs some torches, and he's waiting on that. Let's cut through here and let's go to Spellog. And that was red brick extra. So let's make sure. Crafting recipes. I'm going to look here. That is definitely red brick extra right there. So that is already there. Let's look for custom. And let's see. Ah, there's something. There's something that can in fact be made by Spellog, so that we can put that part in. And you like movies. Yeah, it is a good way of getting relaxation. I know that for definite. And it is fun. It is fun to watch. Fun to watch some. Vincentius is asleep. Otherwise, I would ask him if there was anything at this particular time. But there hasn't been anything since the Barbie movie that has caught my attention and is interesting to me. So that was Dondanas. Let's go to bed for a minute and then we'll check on the others. Oh, wait, we're supposed to be looking for that druid. Who is this?
What is it?
This is Cheyenne. Cheyenne is a student, university student, and she doesn't have a lot of experience yet. Let's see who we have here. This is Raylan.
Yes.
And Raylan is 22. Oh my gosh, she's a barber. Wait a second. Don't we have barbers here? Do we have barbers here? Let me check and see. That name seems familiar, but I bet I'm not going to find it. It would probably be better to look at kids because that'll show me more names. Why does that name seem familiar? It could be from any of the towns. It definitely could. There it is. She's related to Rylan. We have two. We have Rylan Oliver Barber, who is our baker. And his kid, Finley Edwina Barber, is actually one of the firefighters. And here is Raylan. Raylan is just visiting. I'm not going to take her. She's right below the line that we're thinking for this druid who came in. It kind of makes sense that it would be someone like Rylan who has a vested interest in being here. Let me sleep on it since it is raining. Let's go in and go to sleep. That would be quite interesting to have another member of Ryland's family. And that's interesting. Are they twins or something? Their mother wouldn't do that to them, would she? Are they both Ryland and Raylan? I think they are. There goes Becca off to work. And let's see if I can find her again. Who is that? Now there's the barber right there. And he's looking out over the field. Did she go already? Are you saying goodbye to her? I bet he is. Shoot. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see anyone right this moment. That's Tessa. They have to have those little marks. And I don't see a single one. That is so interesting when that happens. Yeah, I would have to make all of these a level, at least a level 4. This is a level 4, this is a level 5. But a level 4 does not have the mold on it, and that would be good I'm thinking in terms of the desert. We don't have to worry about that here, but yeah, we could just do level 4s to get the stone off the roof. And I like that. This has to be brought up anyway because it's a flower shop, so that has to have a proper roof. And yeah, oh, that's so strange. There. Who's that? Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn. Hello, Gwendolyn. Let's look and see. And she is a young student. She's very young. And she is not the one, not the druid that, these are not the druids you're looking for. Okay. And it really is looking, wait. There she is. There she is. So their mother did do that. This is Rylan and Raylan, and they are related. That is very interesting. I don't know. She came for the opportunity to study. I think she did. I think because she's a relative, I'm tempted to take her for Finley and for. So why don't we have her? We could have her study at the university down here. And why don't we have her live? Let's see if we're going to have her live in his house. We'll find out where he's living. The university is actually a level 1, and so with the mana that she has, she can actually begin at this university. Now we're taking her as the druid whose house is up on the hill. In actuality, she should be at her house, but I think she doesn't care about that right at this moment. I think that she would like to begin working here. So let's have Raylan be here. And look at that. It's definitely a 22, 23. It's a good start. It's definitely a level 3. And that is going to be good. Let's come here for a minute. I'm going to need her to live somewhere. Now, when Finley was home, Rylan did have one of the houses, but I think since then he has moved back into here. Has he not? Yeah, and he's one of the few people living here. This is too far away for, and that's interesting. He is the only person living there right now. It's too far away for her for a daily commute. You need to start to read what you wrote. Okay. By the way, what is the material you used for the houses in this street? The one that you recruited her in front of. Let me see. These houses are actually fantasy furniture. They're actually made specifically for the mod fantasy. And let's go to it for a minute. They're from this mod, and this mod includes doors as well, and those are, I believe, the Dunler doors, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, so there are all different kinds of doors that they have. That's not the Dunler door. That is the Nordic door from this collection. But I really liked the way it looked with Littleton's houses, and so we traded out the doors for those, and it was very fun to have. And that's what those are. And let me check for a moment. I think we're going to put her, despite the fact that her brother is across the way, I think we're going to put her in housing right here. Hello, Dondanas. Dondanas is working on the level 4, and there is just room for her right here. So she's 92 blocks from here. So we'll have her be here. I think from where her brother lives, she's like 100 and something. But let's check and see for just a minute. You thought they were made of wooden shingles or something? Yeah, it does look kind of like that, doesn't it? It definitely does. Now these are domum ornamentum doors, the ones on the Caledonian. Let's come here and see how far she would be from here. Is it even going to show me her? Because she's not technically in this area. I would have had to have looked at her before I settled her into a house. But there she is. Right, this is 171 blocks away. So that's kind of intense for her. For him, it's 118 blocks. That's interesting. Let's try something. Let's go over to the new house and see how far away it is from the bakery. We now have a new house right on the other side of this hill, right here. And let me see, that was 90, I think it said. Let's see how far away this is. So let's look for Rylan. Or is it Raylan? It's Rylan. And there he is. He's 90 from here. This is a good place. Why don't we have the baker live here? And let me come in and see. So far, it's just the single bedroom right now. But when it gets to the level 3, there should be a bed downstairs and a bed up. And we are making the level 3. Cusco is going to work on it. That's definitely a level 2 right there. Let's see what it says that he's doing. I think I might have to get him to re-ask for these things. So we'll cancel. Was that pink? Was that pink? I think that was pink. I think that was a pink bed. But now I can't see the resources. There they go. There they are. Let me see if that was a pink bed. It says a white bed. Yes, it is a pink bed. Okay, that's something we'll have to see about. Orange brick extras. I think we might have to see about a whole bunch of this stuff. So let's go out for a minute. Let's go up. Let's go to May first. May is our carpenter here, and see. And then we have an Isabella, and nope, the man is not. Now we would have to have like a 30 or something in order for it to be the correct one. You thought, yeah? I see that. Let's come here. Let's look here. Let's look at customs. Let's see if there's something. Sure enough, red brick extra, but that is actually going to be made by a Spellog. We're going to have him make the red brick extra pieces. We can look and see. That was Postco we were looking at. See if there's anything that she can't make. Birch sign, birch trap door. Let's just look at recipes. Let's look for birch. I need a birch sign and a birch trap door. There's the trap. And there is the sign. So she can make all of those pieces. Birch button, that is Chanel. Chanel has to make buttons. And bone block. Now that's going to be an interesting thing. Now the framed paper extra can either be Marvin or can be her. I think she already knows how to make framed paper extra. Framed with what? Let's see what it's framed with. It's framed with birch plank. And it is white paper extra. I know that I should be able, it's just paper extra. And I know that it should come up here for crafting recipes, but it's not coming up for custom, wait, done. It's not coming up for customs. That's paper and spruce. And that's paper and birch. And there it is. She knows how to do it already. So she knows all of those. The orange, we might ask Orion for a moment. It's nighttime, so I'm just checking while they're not at work. But let's look at crafting and let's see where he's getting orange from. He's getting orange from red, and there we go. He's getting yellow, and he's getting red from poppies, and that's all that's needed. And then the brick is the other part, and we do have brick in the warehouse. So let me just do this for a minute. I'm going to come over here and let these go down. So yes, so we haven't replaced Easton as the missing courier. It has been a little bit of time now, so we can replace. Let's see who we would be talking about. Let's look at everybody for a minute. I want to look at the researchers as well. And I need to look at their parents for a second. Prasino children, and like that. And I don't even know, Zaf, what to recommend of old movies right now. That would be something that maybe we've forgotten or haven't watched for a long time. And I don't know. My favorite to watch, and you know how I don't like scary movies, but I do like science fiction scaries, is the 1951, The Thing from Another World, or The Thing. And I like that one. That's always fun. But I have a tendency to be like a 3-year-old. I love watching movies over. I can watch The Hunt for Red October like a million times. There's something about that movie that I just love. And one of the things that I love about the movie is, yes, there is some violence in the movie. But the movie is an interesting thing about changing politics or changing because you're tired of war, tired of fighting. And that's one of the things that I really like about that movie. Let's see here. Blakely is Jace and Lily's kid, and Blakely is, let me see if I have it down yet. I might not have I don't have it yet. So I would have to look at the people for a minute and see whose kid she actually is. Jace is one of the original people, and she is not. So that means that she is probably Tessa's kid, and she is not. She doesn't have a parent here. They're raising her. There's no question. Ooh, hear that? It's the time. It's the rest time. It is the rest time. Shall we go for the rest time for a little bit? What time of day is it? Let me go up for a minute. Let's go up here. Let's come here. This is Drone Hands music, and this part of it is my favorite. I don't think I can say that enough, can I? I don't think so. Hold on for a second. Something happened here. Let me come here, and let's me look right here. There we go. Let's go out and look at the entire town for a minute. And let's get rid of those, and here we are. Here's her brother right there. Let's go up to the new university. Let's come here, and there she is. She's already starting to put in some books, to pick some books out for the university. Look at her in her glasses. And do we want some others to come up and join her? Let's see. Let's look here for a minute. We could have Magnolia come up, but I don't have room. She's only a level 1, so she can't have anyone with her just yet. So we'll have to wait until she's a level 2. Let's go over to Chanel for a minute and look and see how many different types of buttons she can make. That looks like all of them. It does. The important ones. And let's go here. And thank you. Thank you for enjoying that with me. I just for some reason just really like that part. So Mr. Villager was saying in chat, and we're going to go over, Mr. Villager was saying, nope, he was saying, wow, imagine if you have a couple of ultra citizens and then they had children. What would classify as an ultra citizen? What would be an ultra citizen? You think the only problem would be the fact that if they were brothers, they can't have children with each other. What would make them ultra citizens? You mean like if their numbers were like 30s, these really high numbers? Is that what you're thinking? And then they had children. Because we have some of those. We have Ilberic and Susanna. And if you're talking about their skill set, we have a couple of ultras, Pelagia, and they have children. They do have children already. Let me go back to thinking about, so we moved, and this will be interesting. I'm going to move May, and let's see who else of the adults in this house. I know that Bega and Tucker don't want them to move out, but we're going to move Kasem into his own house. And May isn't here. May must be living in a different house. I'm going to be careful about taking those beds away. Let's put some chairs back in this part here. When people come to visit, sofas, SOFA, and I didn't look to see what colors we have here. We have 2 different colors, 3 different colors. Whoa. All right, this is wool. Let's make this green first, wool. Let's make the floor green. Let's make this, we could make that lime green since that one's green. Let's look at tables and do green for those. Let's do the lime green, although the dark green is pretty. Are we using the spruce or are we using the oak? Let me see what we're using. Well, it looks like oak. And the lime green is quite shiny and bright. We might want to just go ahead and either use white on the oak, and I think I might want to. Let's just go ahead and use white. We have green for the floor, so let's pull these out and let's make the floor green to match the tablecloth in this area. Now if we want, we can either put in brown furniture or green sofas. Let's look at the green first, and then we'll look at the brown and see which one we like best. Do we want it all matchy-matchy? We might. It looks nice like that. That's actually quite pretty. Do we want to bring this one more this way underneath these pieces? I think I might. Is that white? It is. Let's bring the carpet over one more and have it be here like this. Vincentius Primus. We're going to take the bread off of here. If we want bread, let's get something right now. Let's go to fantasy for a second. I'll hold on to the table for a minute. Let's go to fantasy right here. Because we're modded, we can do such things as this. Let's find the Zinthir. So Thaler wanted bread there, so we're going to put bread on this right here. And you can see that it's bread and cheese, and it's sitting right there. Let's change this table, and we have to get right here to change it. So we'll make it either white which I think will be good. Oop, wrong way. So we do have to go this way. There we are. And so now we have white and green in this room. And I like that. These are Thaler's lanterns. They're made of 3 pieces. They're made of a frame, they're made of a piece of copper, and a lantern, which is really pretty. But I'm not sure that I use so many lanterns outside that I want to use something different on the inside. And that's what usually starts happening. Let's look at lanterns. T-E-R. Nope, it's lamps that we want to look at. And P. There are hanging lamps. Are they actually? There they are. We could try the wall lamps. We could try these green ones and the white ones. Let me see if we can put these anywhere. That would make sense. We could do 2 of these, like right here, but I don't know that I like 2 of them. This is what begins to happen, is I don't know that I like that. Putting one in the middle where that is might kind of be okay. I know, it's kind of strange. Let me see something here. If we took this out of the way right here, would it look more even if that was there like that? I almost sort of like that better. Let me take this away and put it there, so that we have the window in between those 2 pieces of wood. Can we do that in this corner? We can, but we would have to change this. Do I want to change that? Oh, look at this. There's a plant there. Look at all the people coming home. And I don't think there's enough rooms upstairs for everyone. Let's fix this right here. There's a plant there, so it doesn't even show. I know, Becca, he's not supposed to be here. That works for that. What do we want to do here? I think that I'm going to use Simply Light for a minute. S-I-M-P. I can't find it that way. Oh, there it was. Simply Light. Let's use Simply Light's little light and put it right here. So we're going to have electricity and just have one of those. I know, I see you. And in this corner here, we could put a lamp on this side, and I think I would like to do that. Let me see what's upstairs as far as beds. Yes, Kasem's not supposed to be here. Let's do a pull-out bed for a minute for her, since I didn't get him out of the house in time. So this is the pull-out bed for this, and we'll put it right here. And she should go to bed there. And let's see. All right, yep, that's the pull-out couch being a bed. We can put a lamp here. Bonk. And the lamp that I want to have there is one of these. Because there's a table, we would have to do a standing lamp. And we can have one of these stand up. Let's do a green of this, and we can put it right here. So this is Macaw's lamps, and there we go. So when you put one on top of it, it goes all the way up, and that might be too high. I don't like it that high. So let's take that one off and just have that. I like that better. We can turn that off if they're not using the dining room area. She's sleeping, so we'll do that. And now that it's the middle of the night, let's move him. Let's move him into this apartment building right here. He's a farmer, he works nearby, and I should have moved him. So this is only 2 blocks away from where he is, and this is fine. So he's going to be here. We need another courier. Oh, I just walked into the closet. We need another courier, and it was the courier that we were looking at, and we were trying to figure out who Blakely belonged to. And I didn't remember Blakely being an orphan. But that is definitely what that's saying. I think most of these were. I think Patricia might have been the only one. No, that's not true. I'm going to look at this for a second and see if we can find some. You wonder if someone already hit all the maximum stats in a citizenship? I don't think so. There are some that are really high. Mr. Villager, I believe that, let me see. I think that's Spellog. Tea, yum, that sounds so good. I would love some tea, Zav. Thank you. That sounds delicious. Spellog is 41, and his dexterity is 34, so he's pretty high. I do have some people in the 50s. What are you two doing? Jail Cat, Issa, what are you doing? You want to go out that way, and he's not letting you, is he? You're not supposed to be going out that way. He's like, nope, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you go out that way. Okay, well, maybe I don't care. I care. Let me see what I can do about having people come through here. Let's take down these and these for a second. Let's use what True is using in his area. Let's get these. And let's put these in this section right here. And you're not going to be here. Let's put this one here. Get down, visitor. Get down. Get down. All right. And let's, the visitor's in the way. All right. Now she's not in the way. Let's put ones here. And one there. All right.
Okay, let's do this.
Do I need one here too? I probably do, so that they'll use the door. Okie dokie. Yeah, you can stay there and talk all you want. You just can't use it as a doorway, so sorry about that. This is Spellog. He's laughing about it. He's actually laughing about it. Let's see here. Yeah. And okay. Now you drink classic brown tea. Why is she looking so pale? Who is she? She is probably
Good to see you.
she might have some Asian in her. The Asians have a tendency to be pale like that, and so she might be Asian. You drink a tea that has no flavor like apple or peach. Oh no. Yeah. You drink like classic brown tea, which comes from tea leaves. Yes, that tea is good. With 2 half spoons of sugar. 2.5 spoons of sugar, or 2 half spoons of sugar is a spoon of sugar. 2 half spoons of sugar. I wonder what you mean. 2.5. And this is Spellog. Spellog is working to put these, he's examining these pieces, probably putting them up. And that's the beginning right there of sugar. I always like tea with honey. I like tea with honey. Even when it doesn't have milk in it, I like tea with honey. Those are my favorite. He's still letting those be there. Let's come here for a second. Let's see what he's working on. Yes, Marvin. I'm just trying to see what fields. It is showing that he is not working on that, but he is working on the other fields. So he's just letting the bamboo grow for right now. And he'll probably pick it up later. I have a bunch of things I just realized. Let's go back and do the one thing that we're supposed to be doing. We were looking for a courier. And while we're here, let's come to here. Let's put these away right here. Let's put this right here. Do I have enough room? Let's put these up. Put these 2 here, this here, and I think that's as much as we can put. And why are we doing that? Because here I have a bunch of things that I shouldn't have on me. So I'm going to get some of this stuff to go away. One of these is mine, the rest go in here. I don't need any of this. This looks like something that I picked up from somewhere. Look at the meat actually is for research. I do know that. And these are upgrades, and those go along there. A smeltery piece, a plantation piece, and a courier piece. That's interesting. We could put this down, and the gravel. All these other little pieces like this, I think, are me doing stuff. And the frames are definitely something that needs to go down here, but they actually go in the stash right over here. So let's come here and let's put all of this away and all of this away. Let's get that last bit. I don't need those. And I prefer using the lasso for the animals, so I don't need those. There they are. Let's take those away. And these are mine. I don't use torches, so these should go away. And the rest of this are little pieces of things that I picked up. This is a repair kit. All of that needs to go here. So we'll put those in, put this here. And I think that's it. So we'll come here and just put the last of this stuff in here. Next, a courier. This courier isn't facing the right way. I think it's supposed to be facing, aha, we found it. Okay, it's good. The tea is good. 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 Let me see. Let's manage workers, and let's go back to the list of kids, which isn't going to help me much, I don't think, because all the kids that I have are right here. So Magnolia is Trudy and Posco's kid. Marvin and Alamar, their kid is Nolan. And Case is Jillian and Abel's kid. And Case isn't even listed here, but Case should be here. There he is. Case, Leona. Leona is from the other kids. And I have some people who are learning, who are waiting for jobs on the mountain. And so I'm still kind of working on getting some of these people. This is Elise and Dondanet's kids. Piers is, Elise and Dondanet's children are Leona, Piers, Lila, and Coraline. Piers, Lila, and Coraline are on the hill. If Leona was going to work somewhere, she could work in, she could either do logistics. We don't have any of her kids doing logistics, Dondanas. So we could actually have Leona. Look at her abilities. So let's hire Leona to do that job. She's going to graduate from university, and she's going to move out of her parents' house, and she's actually going to live here. This is actually closer to where she works. So let's manage housing. And we should see her name come up because she is now only 32 blocks from here. And it should show that Leona and Kason live here in apartments here. And there are people going home. There's Posco. Posco's upset about not getting bone. That's going to be a problem, Posco. I think that is going to, you are going to have to wait for that to come in. I think so. I think so. Oh, Zaf, now you have me thirsty for tea. Ginger green tea with honey. That's what I would like. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds delicious. Who's this? Is this still her? She likes being here. It's her. Goring. It's so funny. If I didn't know better, I think we actually had a Goring. That name sounds familiar. Oh no! Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh no! Oh no! We have been here the whole time. Whoa! We did not go to... No, we came here last. Okay. I was thinking, okay, I'm losing it. I am definitely losing it. I absolutely am. This is Harper.
Fine day.
And Harper does have relatives here. And, but I'm not finding that druid. I think it's Barber. I think it's Raylan. I think it's Ryland's sister, Raylan. So you drink one after the stream? That's exactly what I'm going to do. That just sounds wonderful. It definitely does. And that is so cool. This was the best idea, Zav, to light up the grove. It just continues to look amazing and look beautiful. This was Zaf's idea in the very beginning to light the grove, the Mystic Grove trees. And it worked really nicely to make a really pretty view from in town and even from the mountains. Ooh, that just looks so pretty with all the balloons. Even from here, looking down on the Mystic Grove, it just gives it a sense of magic, and it is so pretty. Look at that. See, Zaf? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I definitely would like to do that. That sounds lovely. That does. And we're going to take to the sky for a second. And we're going down. I just want to make sure that everyone is asleep. I think we'll go to the saloon for a minute and go to sleep. And then, yeah, we'll see what we've got going on. Yeah, definitely looks like people. There's Ariella.
What is it?
Yeah. Yep. It does. It definitely does. And even from like the walking areas in town, when visitors are walking around at night, to be able to see the Mystic Groves from here is just really pretty. And to see the balloons on Guardian's Rock from here looks really, really nice. And I still haven't done anything with this field yet. And the school's out. The kids won't be back for a little bit. We're not going to have any more children for a while. We still have people who aren't working yet, but we did fill that one position. And we have Dundanas and Elisa's last kid. So all their kids are working. Their last kid is going to be a courier, and thank you for the reminder. The courier has to be connected to a warehouse, and so let's come up here and connect Leona. So there's Leona. So Trudy is the warehouse manager, Joey, Fastrid, Cade, and Leona are now the other couriers with her. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 5 altogether here, counting Trudy herself. Here comes Eliana. I'm sorry, Ellie. And she's going out. And we still need a group. We still need several druids, and we will see what happens with them in the next stream. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope so. I'm sorry we didn't talk too much about movies, Zaf. Vincentius is asleep because he would probably have to be here to talk a little bit about movies, and that would be fun. So thank you, everyone. Mr. Villager, I think, is away right at this moment, but I will say obrigado to Mr. Villager for being in chat. Zaf, afgaristo. Thank you for being in chat, and thank you for being here, both of you. It's always fun when both of you are here, Zaf. It's fun to see you here. Mixasa, merci beaucoup. Thank you. Thank you for the idea, by the way. That's a good idea as far as the firefighter's balloon, to have that ramp, and that'll be good. There you are, Mr. Villager. Yay. And so that is good. Both of those That's a really good idea, Mixasa. Merci. Bonne soirée. Mr. Villager, have a good evening. Zaf, have a good sleep. Happy sleeps. And I will see all of you. Today's Tuesday after Valentine's Day. I will see you. Hugs to you too. Have a nice Valentine's, everyone. Yeah, I'll be back on Thursday and we'll get lots more done. Okay, Toots, I'm going to actually change the music to Vincentius Primus's music. We've been listening to Drone Hands music, and now we're going to listen to Vincentius. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. Bye.